We're back with our best office chair picks for every budget. Ryan is 5'9", I am 6 foot, and Robert today is 6'3", sometimes 6'2". I've got picks for $200, $300, $500, $700, $1,000, and a no budget pick lined up from everybody. Let's jump into it. Ryan, what do you got at $200?
$200 is probably the most difficult price point to shop in just because there's not a lot of great options. Greg has actually brought in a ton of new chairs recently, so I've got a chance to try them all. I'm sticking with the tried and true. I still do not think that there's a chair out there that can take the throne over the Tacova. It has the most comfort still out of all the chairs that were brought in. I do think it has the best recline. The headrest isn't the best compared to a couple options that he brought in, but it still has two-way adjustable lumbar support. The build isn't the highest end, but it's the case with all the chairs for under $200. So for comfort, adjustability, I'm sticking with the Tacova.
I am super excited because I got a diamond in the rough that I found, and I'm surprised that you didn't pick this one, but the Proto Arc, it is now $169, and it absolutely blew my mind. It's got pretty much everything that you would want in a chair that is sub $200, including a seat pad that I can actually sit in for longer than an hour or two. I've actually sat in it for now 2 weeks straight. It's got a 3D headrest, depth, height, pivot adjustments, nice and big. It's got a nice, comfortable seat. The arms aren't 4D, but they're nice and wide, so I actually fit in it. The one thing I'll say, there's like this rim around the edge of this front seat pan that's okay, but again, it's only $169. So I'm going there for my first change from the $200 pick. I think it's been Tacova for years.
I'm also going to go with that Proto Arc EC200. For me, it's really, I don't feel huge in the chair. A lot of times when we have these lower priced chairs, they just don't fit me well, and I just feel like the seat's too small, the arms don't fit me right. But with the Proto Arc, I have enough seat depth. It's a little bit on the wider side too, and with the arms, kind of like Greg said, they don't have the adjustability that some of the other chairs have, but the wide pads mean they do fit me pretty well, and I find that they're low enough too. Sometimes those chair arms don't go low enough. So I do like the recline on this chair. The one problem is it does have a big gap from the arms to the backrest, so your arms kind of fall in there when you're reclining back. But for me, this is easily that best chair under $200.
I'm going to take the $300 pick. I've actually recently brought in all of the Colony chairs. Just like Ryan said, I brought in a ton of new chairs that are kind of like sub $300. And even with those new chairs in the building, I'm still going to go with the OG, the Atlas pick. Now, I think it is still the most well-rounded pick sub $300. It's got the most comfortable seat. I like the backrest a lot. The lumbar is a little jabby, and those armrests slide around a little bit too easy. There's some things that you could definitely fix. But again, for under $300, this one is really, really well done.
I'm going to follow Greg here with the same pick. So I really still like that Atlas a lot, even after trying a lot of new chairs. And for me, it's really how the backrest hits my back. It has that built-in lumbar curve. Personally, I don't even necessarily need that additional lumbar piece. It has enough just built into the frame. So for me, the Atlas almost takes a little step back when it comes to value because I'd almost have a hard time picking between that EC200 and the Atlas.
That's something I considered too myself.
So I actually have the same pick, and the one thing for me that really stood out is seeing all these new chairs come in, especially the entire Calami lineup or Colony, whatever, however the pronunciation is. The Atlas stands out so much, and all of the other ones are within like $10, $20. They're all within like $200 to $300, and it just makes me wonder why Colony charges $289 or $79 for the chair, because it is a crazy good deal. The build quality, it's so much better than all of the other chairs. The recline is much deeper, a three-way adjustable headrest. It just has so much more to offer than the other chairs do in the same price range. So for me, this is an absolute no-brainer. If you hate these chairs and want some suggestions for some new ones, click the link in the description. We have our office chair cheat sheet.
For that $500 range, I'm going to go with the Eurotech Vera. This has been my pick for a while, and really kind of like that Atlas chair. It has that curve in the backrest. It's just built into the frame. It just fits me perfectly, and we found that it actually fits a wide range of users really well. It also has a nice cushioned seat, definitely better than that Atlas chair. All the materials are just a little bit nicer, so that's what you get when you step up into that price range. Only problem I have is the arms don't quite go low enough for me, which kind of pushes my shoulder up, but it's still a great chair at $500.
Yeah, I'm right there with Robert. It's really tough to find something in this price range to knock the Vera out of its spot. We've had a ton of chairs in here. You're not going to find a chair that has a seat that's as comfortable, a backrest that's as comfortable, and a build like you're going to get out of the Vera. I almost thought about going with the Atlas here, kind of like they thought about flopping their picks with the $100 pick and the $300 pick, just because the Atlas does have that headrest. For those of you that are looking for more of like a home office environment, that might be a little bit better for you, but the seat comfort on the Vera is so much more than the Atlas that I just have to go with the Vera here because I do think it has one of the most comfortable seats I've ever used. So Vera all day for me.
Yeah, as much as you want to maybe pick a different pick, the only thing I could see is maybe going like with something used or refurbished here. But if you're going to stick with new, I think that honestly at $500 and below, the Vera still holds the spot for the most comfortable chair at that price point, brand new in a box. Again, pretty much echoing what these guys have said. I think it's all spot on. I would say one weakness with this besides the arm height for Robert is going to be actually the firmness of the arms. They're just a little bit too firm. So if you don't like that, that might be a deal breaker. But the seat, backrest, all really, really good. And it's got an excellent warranty too.
All right, for $700 and less, this is where I think you need to get into an area like Greg just touched on with the refurbished market. I think it's really, really difficult to find kind of a number one go-to pick in the $500 to $700, even $800, $900 range. So for me, if you're looking for the best value, you can get chairs like the Herman Miller Aeron, Embody, Leap, Amiya, Zodi, Fern, all of those chairs for 50 to 75% off on the used or refurbished market, depending on how quality the refurb is. So that's probably where I would lean to. If you're looking for a brand new chair, then my pick would be the OM Yes chair, just because it has great comfort throughout. The armrests are amazing. It's very affordable right now. You can add on a headrest. So if you're looking for that home office environment, I know a lot of people want headrests. So that's where I'd go in the new market.
I think the hard thing here is that finding a chair pick at that $700 that is going to be really comfortable and also have a good warranty and fit a wide range of people is going to be tough. The OMS is just this chair that no one really talks about, but it is a really solid offering at that price. You get this supportive seat that's not too thick, it's not too thin. The backrest is great, and it's got an A-tier headrest. It's one of the most comfortable headrests I've used. If you like big arm pads, it's got those too, so it's going to be fully supportive, and it's the only chair that I've picked that actually has a height adjustable backrest, which kind of helps to fine tune where that fits in the curve of your back.
I'm going to kind of echo what Ryan said. I really like going the route with the refurbished. You're getting such good value. Specifically, the Leap is what I would be looking at. But if you definitely were set on going with a new chair, I'd be looking at the Hayworth Soji. So you're going to get just great comfort. It maybe doesn't have any features that stand out like in a major way, but the backrest is really nice. You're not going to complain about the seat. Armrests are right there too. You just won't get that headrest like they said with the Yes chair. So Soji, that'd be my place to go for a new chair.
For $1,000, I got to go with my God tier Franken chair. It's the Lumia, and it's going to have to come out in a refurbished format because, of course, you can't get that brand new by buying two chairs from Steelcase. But I love this chair. I made it. That's why, obviously, it's perfect for me, right? Amiya seat, Leap frame. You get the 4D arms on the Leap, which are incredible. You get the flexibility in the backrest on the Leap. You also get the amazing lumbar support, which I think is truly unmatched. And then you get the Amiya seat on there. And best thing is that we've now dropped brand new Amiya seat pads. So even though you got to go refurbished, we got a brand new seat on there for you that's going to be built to the OEM specs of the original. It's pretty awesome. And again, you're going to come in under the $1,000 mark, but this is my perfect pick there at $1,000.
So ever since we had the Libernovo Omni chair in for testing, I have been sitting in it. I'm not going to lie, I really have not been switching out of it because I find it that comfortable. It's been about 4 or 5 months. There's a whole bunch of things I love about it. The comfort of the seat, the backrest, you really sink in just the right amount in my opinion. Gives you a little bit of flexibility, some movement, and I really love this headrest. I'd say even S-tier headrest. Couple small problems. The build quality isn't quite there, and I wouldn't trust the warranty as much as some of the bigger brands. So for me, you can't go wrong with that Omni. I honestly don't necessarily need those electronics in the chair, so maybe one day Libernovo takes it out, makes the chair a little cheaper.
So I went back and forth here. I was right there with Robert. I am really impressed with the Libernovo chair. The easiest way for me to describe it is it's the softest, firm chair that you can find. So all of the high-end ergonomic chairs are going to have more of a firm design in the seat and back because you don't want to be sinking in and compressing your vertebrae and your muscles and things like that. This has that, but it has like this cushion where you just kind of sink into it and it's soft throughout. The headrest, the backrest, the seat, it is super, super soft. The recline range is incredible. Like we're talking like racing style chair as flat as it goes. I have two concerns with the Libernovo, and that's why I'm going to go with a different pick. My two concerns are the seat depth adjustment. You can only pick 2 sizes. It is not depth adjustable, so you kind of got to fit the chair. And 2, I don't trust the electronics in the chair. It doesn't have an amazing warranty, and like Robert said, it does have the electronics, and if those electronics stop working, you're going to lose critical functionality in the chair. So I'm not completely sold on the Libernovo yet. Only time will tell. So my pick is going to be the OM Truly, because that is a tested chair. We've used it in the office a ton. I think it is super comfortable. For under $1,000, you're getting an amazing backrest. You're getting a 3-way adjustable headrest. The arms are really, really nice on the chair, and I like the seat. It's a very good build quality with an awesome warranty. I don't think you can go wrong with the Truly, so that would be my pick.
So going to no budget, we're not going to look at the price tag. And if I'm doing that, I'm going to go with the Herman Miller Embody. And let's throw on the headrest. I love that Atlas headrest. For me, there's, again, tons of things about this chair I really like. The seat is big, wide, has that depth adjustment. I can fit on it fine. The arms, even though they don't have a bunch of adjustability, I'm able to get them in a position I really like because of how big the pads are. Moving up to the backrest, it gives me just the right amount of lumbar support. I have flexibility. I can move around. And that headrest is just S tier coming from Atlas. Finally, this chair just looks amazing, so I'd love to see this one sitting at my desk.
For me, this is a no-brainer pick. It's the Steelcase Leap all day. I use the Leap everywhere. I use it in my home office, my regular office, the conference room. I'm sitting in it right now. I think this is the most well-built, well-designed chair on the planet. The one thing that it does lack is the headrest, but everything else on the chair is so much better than any other chair that I've used that I just don't care that it doesn't have a headrest. And I don't like any of the aftermarket third-party headrests. I like the chair the way that it is, with the hugely flexible backrest. The arms are incredible, and the seat is the most comfortable seat I've ever used. Not only because it has pretty good softness and it's a firm sitting experience, but it's so flexible, so you can move in the seat as much as you want, and it's the most well-built chair you're going to find. So I don't think you can go wrong with the Leap. Either brand new, get it fully decked out and polished, whatever, or get a refurbished version for half price. So Leap all day.
I just got to say, what in the Franken chair is this? I found the most ultimate no-budget pick that you guys have definitely never seen. Robert dropped this on me just the other day. It is a Bentley Continental GT seat in an office chair. We're talking full electronics in this thing, lumbar, you've got the massage, you've got the heating, the cooling. It is insane. A touchscreen in your arm pad for only $3,000. We're not looking at the price tag, but seriously, the only downfall is that these are made in Ukraine and I can't seem to add it to my cart. So I thought, hey, maybe BTOD should try something. Maybe not that extravagant. Is that something? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Hopefully you guys liked our picks. We'll see you on the next one.